So Taylor averaged 98 on the opening night here in Yokohama. Anderson averaging just shy of 100.
58.
I'm sure Michael van Gerwen will want to top that, just to put down a marker.
You're exactly right, Stuart. He always wants to be
95.
the number one. That's how you become the number one. Grit, determination, single-mindedness that
96.
stand you apart from everybody else.
Right, taking him 6 darts to get a big treble at the start of this game.
55.
Thoroughly enjoyable first night here in Japan.
96.
And it's interesting, Stuart, that all the players bar none have said in their interviews with Ned how nervous they've been.
Yep.
I mean, Phil Taylor walked in here and sat in here for 10 minutes.
140.
And as he walked out, he said, it's nerve-wracking because you don't want to be that one person that loses.
93.
Only an average start from Michael van Gerwen.
And we say it so many times, Stuart,
Michael,
that
you require 158.
when the top players are playing like this, this is when you've got to win. Because you know they're going to start hitting the treble sooner or
98.
later, and then it's going to be a barrage of big trebles.
15 darts already from Michael van Gerwen in this opening leg, but
81.
he should win it from
Michael, you
here.
require 60.
Tops he needs.
Game shot on the first leg, Michael van Gerwen. Second leg, it's Chikara to throw first. Game on.
Stephen Bunting awaiting the winner in the quarter-final. As I mentioned, it would be a huge upset if that wasn't Michael van Gerwen.
60.
Quarter-finals, semi-finals and final. All played on Sunday over the best of 15. First to 8, of course.
134.
More like it from van Gerwen.
Well, he did say, give the sponsors my bank account
60.
for the 9 dart prize. So hopefully Michael will live up to that, as we are overdue
96.
a 9 dart leg, Stu.
Astonishing year for
43.
really has been an incredible year for the world number one, Michael van Gerwen.
101.
Won a dozen tournaments, and the big disappointment for him after losing to Gary Anderson in the World Championship was losing to him again in the Premier League final.
43. Michael, you require
170.
170.
Anderson came close earlier. Yeah, Michael van Gerwen, this year, this is 130th match. He's won 112. Incredible.
And he is playing everything, week in, week
Yeah.
out, whenever there's a tournament that the PDC
59.
put on. A lot of the
Michael,
other
you require
players,
74.
you know, duck out of tournaments. Michael does not. Double 16 to go 2-0
Game
up,
shot
2-0
second
up it
leg,
is.
Michael van Gerwen.
Well,
Third leg is Michael to throw first.
so a lot of the players didn't play at the European Tour event in Germany last weekend. Michael van Gerwen did. He lost. Brilliant 180. He lost to fellow Dutchman Benito van der Pas, and that's the first defeat he'd suffered in any European Tour event. He'd won all 4 this year. That's why he went, because he wanted to carry on
100.
and try and win a 5th.
20 games without defeat on the European Tour.
57.
Actually 23. And Benito, fellow Dutchman Benito van der Pas, Big Ben, finally beat him. And it took a couple of exceptional legs to do that.
60.
Yep, Van der Pas eventually beaten by Michael Smith in the final in Riese in eastern Germany.
95.
The thing about the PDC Tour now, Stu, I mean, we've got 2 other tours, and at this moment in Wigan. We've got a challenge tour going on, over 200 entries, 2 tournaments a day, £40,000. So even the lowest string of players are playing for some serious money.
$45.
Yeah, Van Gerwen only lost 5 matches in televised tournaments. That's all televised tournaments this year.
58. Michael, you require 124.
Quite a record. 5 out of 39. Bullseye he needs for a 1-2-4.
99.
Fujimori. But all the Japanese players have shown
140.
really
Michael, you require 25.
good darts, haven't they? Double 8 for Van Gerwen. That's a good dart. Had to move across. Fujimori was waiting and hoping, but Van Gerwen motoring. 3-0 in front.
Yes, I can't say that we're surprised that they've played as well as what they have, because you know, they've had representatives in the World Cup, the World Championships, so we know the standard over here. And you know, we get to hear about how good they are on the soft tip, and they're proving it now on the steel tip. And as I said, I am quite confident by the time we come out here next year, the standard will improve considerably.
Yeah, the World Series proving a big hit here in Japan.
59.
Even bigger crowd expected on Sunday.
140.
Nicely done. Still to come, Peter Wright against the #1 darts player
26.
in Japan, Haruki Muramatsu.
Yeah, Peter Wright's been having a good
43.
run of form just lately. You've changed them points to the ones that really vibrate. They're so thin, they hit the board, they vibrate. And the idea of that, as we'll see in his match, to be able to bounce darts off of darts.
85.
It'll be interesting to see when Wrighty comes up next.
$94.
Yeah, big few weeks coming up for Michael Van Gerwen, of course, the World Match Play in Blackpool
40.
in July.
Michael, you require 124.
He's the ball again. And again, he just misses the 1-2-4. Yeah, many people will remember Michael Van Gerwen in tears on the big stage in Blackpool after being well and truly trounced by Phil Taylor in last year's final. Widely regarded as the second biggest
81.
tournament in the world, the match play
25.
after the World Championship itself. Double 8 for Van Gerwen.
Game shot on the fourth leg. Michael
He's
Van
cruising. Michael Van Gerwen leads
Michael
4-0 on the opening night
Game on.
here in Japan.
Yeah.
They were tears of real hurt, weren't they, when he lost to Taylor? As he celebrates here, a second 180, averaging around 95, still behind Taylor and Anderson on the opening night.
29.
But tried to use that night when he lost to Taylor as a positive, that he would never want to feel like that ever again on a big dart stage. That's the next big tournament, World Match Play, July, at the iconic Winter Gardens in
57.
Blackpool. This is a pretty impressive venue as well, the Osambashi Hall on the boardwalk of the main pier here in Yokohama.
60.
And like you say, we've got a bigger crowd tomorrow, and there's been a great crowd this evening, I have to say. They've really got in
100.
to the feeling of the game.
46. Michael, you require 164.
Well, Van Gerwen, 2 treble 19s for the bullseye.
Oh, he got 2 balls.
119.
He went 2 balls, I guess just because he can.
I thought the first dart was actually in the treble 19. Well, it's been a quick game so far for Van Gerwen. Double 16 now for a 5-0 lead.
29.
But Fujimori has not really got into this game.
No. And to be fair, Michael Van Gerwen hasn't let in. There was one, he hasn't had a dart and a double. There was one leg when he was on a 2-dart finish, but
81.
Van
Michael
Gerwen
requires
quickly
16.
snuffed out the threat. Double 4. Try double 2, Michael.
Game shot on the 5th leg.
A double 2 it is!
Sixth leg is
To go
Chikara
within
to throw
1
first.
leg of
Iman.
victory, Van Gerwen. A man in a hurry, leads 5-0. You can see there that he's thinking of the 9-darter
All the time.
Absolutely at the front of his mind is hitting a 9-darter in this Japan Darts Masters.
140.
Good response from Fujimori. We've got a chance here.
You see a lot of that this evening. Just the last start, they try and pitch it over the flights. They just push it into the 5s. We see Michael Van Gerwen just keeping the form. A good extension when he's letting go of the dart instead of pulling it to the left like right-handed players normally do.
Michael, you require 161. Chikara,
That's
you
okay.
require 146.
68 when he comes back. You would expect him to come back. 146 for Fujimori.
Michael, you require 68.
So, the world number 1, these tops.
48.
So a chance.
Chikara, you
Will
require 120.
Chikara, Fujimori get a dart and a double? Needs the treble.
Yes, we've seen 121 from one of the qualifiers. He's not going to take out the 120, so Michael Van Gerwen
60.
for double
Michael,
10
you require 20.
to make his path through to the quarterfinals.
Well, Michael Van Gerwen will be the first to admit that he wasn't at his best, but he did exactly what he needed to do. Acknowledges his opponent, Fujimori, but very convincing from Michael Van Gerwen. 6 of the best as he whitewashes his Japanese opponent. Van Gerwen